Hi, my name is Kathleen Tesori. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I am here training before I go to my shoot in LA for Muscle and Fitness Hers Cover and Kettlebell Try, and I'm helping a friend with the homework assignment.
So we're going to start with the supraspinatus muscle, which starts over here on the greater tubercle of the humerus, and it will come right along the top of the spine of the scapula here. So this is the supraspinous fossa. So we start here, comes right along the spine, and attaches over here onto the scapula. These are the rotator cuff, one of the rotator cuff muscles. There are 4 of them. We'll go through all of them. So, supraspinatus. Okay, so next we're going to do the infraspinatus, which is right underneath the spine of the scapula. So here's the spine of the scapula, and in the infraspinatus fossa, we have the infraspinatus that comes clear over to the medial border of the scapula and follows along down here. And that is also a rotator cuff muscle. It attaches the same place, the greater tubercle of the humerus. Teres minor. It also attaches right here at the greater tubercle of the humerus, comes down and attaches to the lateral border of the scapula right here. So,
how about that?
all right. So this is teres minor. All right. The 4th muscle of the rotator cuff is the subscapularis. It actually, again, inserts right here at the greater tubercle of the humerus, and it comes underneath the scapula. Scapula is right here underneath the scapula, and attaches on the the subscapular fossa underneath. And so it'll basically come like this, but we'll dot a line because it attaches underneath. And that's the subscapularis right there on the anterior face of the scapula. All right, next up we have the teres major, and it attaches a little bit further down on the humerus below the head, and comes over and attaches to the inferior angle and lateral border of the scapula. So we're right here, and it comes up, attaches down here, and this is the teres major. It's not one of the rotator cuff muscles, but it's pretty close. Okay, next we're going to do the deltoid, and it attaches a number of places. It attaches to the spine of the scapula, right up here, spine of the scapula, to the lateral aspect of the clavicle, and also to the acromion process. So it comes kind of like so. Then the deltoid tuberosity is down here on the humerus, and that's where they all converge. And this is cat's deltoid muscle. It's a big one. Deltoid. All right, next muscle we're going to identify is the coracobrachialis, and it attaches up here at the coracoid process, and then travels down to the medial shaft of the humerus down here. And so come right down here. And this is the coracobrachialis. Identifying the bicep brachii, and it attaches right down here on the radial tuberosity, and then comes up along here. We have 2 different heads. We have a short head that connects to the same spot here, the coracoid process, and the long head comes up and over underneath the deltoid and attaches to the scapula right above the glenoid fossa. So it comes from here, have the long head that kind of comes underneath here, attaches under there, and then the short head, which attaches to the coracoid process, and down there, this is the bicep brachii. Okay, the next muscle we'll do is the brachialis, and it attaches over here to the ulnar tuberosity and comes up about halfway up the anterior shaft of the humerus. So it comes kind of in here. And that is the brachialis. Last muscle we're going to draw on cat here is the triceps brachii. And it attaches here on the olecranon process and comes up. We have three different heads because it's a tricep. Anyway, we have a lateral head that comes out here and attaches on the humerus. Then we have a long head that comes up here and attaches on the superior part of the glenoid fossa. And then we have a medial head that is in here and attaches all through here. So we can't really see that very well, but this would be the triceps. Triceps brachii. All right, so a quick review. We have on the anterior side of the scapula, the subscapularis, one of the rotator cuff muscles. Then we have the supraspinatus, another one of the rotator cuff muscles. Infraspinatus is below the spine, and the teres minor are all rotator cuff muscles. Then we have the teres major. We have the deltoid, have the triceps brachii over here. We have the brachialis, biceps brachii, and the coracobrachialis. Right, we actually have a few more muscles to diagram in this lesson, and I know you all were hoping we would do this on Kathleen, but it would be more appropriate to draw it on Justin here. So, Justin, we're going to start with the pectoralis major, and it attaches here along the sternum, and the costal cartilage of ribs 1 through 7 all underneath there. Then it comes along the medial part of the clavicle and over to the bicipital groove of the humerus, which is right there. So we'll come across here, and this is the pectoralis major. All right, the next muscle that we're going to draw is the subclavius, and it goes from the medial part of the clavicle right here, attaches there, and then down to the first rib, and it's just a really little muscle in here, the subclavius, meaning underneath the clavicle. All right, subclavius. All right, next muscle that we're going to do is the latissimus dorsi, and it attaches along the spine from T7 down all the way down to the sacrum. We'll just go down here, but it actually goes all the way down to the sacrum, and then it comes up. Actually, no, it comes over here to the posterior iliac spine, and then it attaches up here also in the bicipital groove of the humerus. Comes down here. You can see it really well here on Justin. And there. Up this way. And across. This is the latissimus dorsi.
Are you playing? Are we on right now?
We're still on.
Okay, we're still on.